What up, y'all? Hold on, trying to adjust something. Hey, what's good? What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Instant Replay, the Daily Show. Obviously, it's Wednesday. The homie V won't be joining me tonight. He's having some little sinus issues and shit, man. That shit goes around, bro, and it comes around too. Like I done had that shit too, so I know how it feels to be up under the weather. But what's good? What's good? Appreciate y'all, everybody who's been tuning in as of late to watch the show. It's fun, man. It's fun to have some says the viewers in our originals. Joey, you know what I'm saying? Damn, didn't realize how dry the lips were, bro. Apologies for that. All right, let's get this thing kicking. Let me get my background music in full effect. All right, there it is. Yeah. So again, once again, NRV won't be joining the show tonight. Like I said, he's kind of under the weather, so he's like, I said, yo, take yourself a night, bro. So basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my helmet. I'm gonna do both of our helmet picks, and then I'll do my game picks, and then I'll put his in over the weekend as he hands them to me. And then sort of when we do our Sunday pregame show at 12 noon on Sundays, man, we go live where we give any final thoughts, any breaking news. We talk about the inactives for the first slate of games, because you know that shit has to be in there by like 12:15 or something like that. So we do that on Sundays, man, at 12 noon. So make sure you guys tune in, man. It's right here, same channel and everything. We get down about that time right before the games start. And we also go over college, which was what I'm going to pretty much start with today as I look at some of the key games from this weekend. Obviously, we had a big weekend in college football last year. And so let's get it going, y'all. Pull this thing up real quick. Let me see something. All right. So anyway, if you can see this here, let me see. I need to go in one more. I guess that works. All right, so Charlotte at Georgia. Obviously, your boy's a Georgia fan if you're new here. If not, you already know. Playing Charlotte on Saturday, 12:45 p.m. SEC Network, going to be on TV. I worry about every game. So before you say it's nothing to worry about. I mean, obviously it's Charlotte, but yeah, I don't play that damn, sleep on cats kind of bullshit. Because the game after this one, they better not be fucking sleeping on it. George, you listening? Hold on, let me put it back. Hey, so you better not be sleeping on Charlotte when you know the next game y'all got next week. It's a doozy, bro. Rutgers, number one. Rutgers at Ohio State, another one of those kind of games similar to this one. Similar. I always thought of Rutgers to be a better, squad in general over the seasons than not. But anyway, and then Sanford, Sanford, obviously they signed a contract, I think, with the SEC at the beginning, every year or for years in advance to sort of play all the SEC teams, get them a bunch of money to help their university, help their program. Because Georgia's played them, everybody's played them, and obviously we all know how this final score ends up. She wouldn't plan on seeing Texas A&M use Sanford, but Missouri, Oklahoma. Matter of fact, Charlotte's another one of them teams that's in the SEC like that. All right, so Missouri, Oklahoma, 22 and number 8. Not a game to be slept on. Obviously, 12 p.m. We'll see what happens with that one. Miami at Virginia Tech. Miami's still trying to win the ACC, so they're going to very much need this game against Virginia Tech, to be quite honest. Hey, yo, what up, 187? What's good, bro? What's good? You continue rolling and shit last week, man, clapping us up in fantasy, man. We'll take a look at that in a minute, bro. But what's good? Appreciate you hopping in, man, to watch the show, man. So Miami, Virginia Tech, obviously, I told you, 13. Miami still trying to win this. This is an ACC game. Obviously, Virginia Tech just hired a new head coach, James Franklin. I'll talk about that in a minute. Eastern Illinois and Alabama. We all know what that should be. USC, Oregon. This is a big game right here. It's a big game in the Big Ten, bro. Big game in the Big Ten. If Oregon has aspirations on college football playoff glory, they got to win this game. And so does USC. USC wins this game. It puts them in there. So this is a massive 3:30 p.m. Saturday game for the Big Ten. USC at Oregon. Let's get it. Syracuse at Notre Dame. Obviously, you see the records speak for themselves. Notre Dame still trying to hold on and make sure they make it to the playoff. Since they're not in any given conference, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for them. Kentucky, Vanderbilt. Kentucky 5-5. Vanderbilt 8-2. Vanderbilt, I'm sure, can tell you 1,000% that Kentucky is not a joke. It is an SEC game, and Vanderbilt Vanderbilt's still trying to keep their tracking, keep their ground when it comes to the college football playoff. So again, these teams ain't bullshit, man. These are some serious games. Arkansas, Texas, I think their chances are scratched. From so many outside chances, beating the shit out of Arkansas isn't going to change that for them. So yeah, Tulane and Temple, 24 Tulane, who's currently holds the 12th spot in the college football playoff, needs to win out to make sure they make said college football playoff. They play Temple. Not a fucking joke, as I'm sure Tulane will tell you themselves. Kansas State at number 12. Utah, man, trying to hold on to the Big 12, bro. This is a big game for them as well. Michigan, Maryland, number 18. Michigan, obviously, when it comes to the Big 10, the top 4 teams make it in regardless. Ohio State's been number 1 pretty much all season. So, I mean, just they can still get in here. Michigan they need to handle their business though. And Maryland, I'm sure is like, yo, hey, probably a good game for Michigan. But again, man, you never can tell when everything gets dire, right? When the circumstances are dire, right? And you're trying to make it into the college football playoff, you cannot afford to take any opponent lightly. Because as soon as you start looking ahead, we all know what can happen in football, man. In any sport. Football is one of those ones. Pittsburgh, Georgia Tech. Obviously, number 16, Georgia Tech, they needs to stay with it. Currently, they had Miami winning the ACC, right? Currently. Like the last time I saw the top 12 from the college football playoff, the one ACC representative in there was because they would be the highest ranked out of those top 5. They were in the playoff and not Georgia Tech. Now, Georgia Tech obviously has a big game next week against Georgia, but they play Pittsburgh. It's not a joke. They need to win this. They need to take care of this game. And you know what? As a matter of fact, I wonder if Tech, well, there is an ACC championship game, but Tech should put itself in the driver's seat. If they win this, that means they're 9-1. They only lost 1 game, albeit an ACC game, but it wasn't Miami. So let's see what happens with that. And then Tennessee, number 20, Tennessee plays Florida. Again, Tennessee, both these teams are pretty much out of it as far as the college football playoff is concerned. Bowl games are still intact for Tennessee. They got Florida. Who knows what could happen? It is an SEC game. So, hey, you should say Illinois, number 21, Illinois at Wisconsin at 7:30 p.m. and at 8 p.m. BYU, Cincinnati. BYU still trying to hold on to some kind of hope. And number 25, Arizona State at number unranked, my bad. Colorado, both a Big 12 game. So that pretty much, let me bring this back down, see what we got when it comes to college football. Like I said, some of the biggest news that's in there, I think as you look at here, big James Franklin, Virginia Tech must act like a big-time program. Let's be clear with my thoughts on this, right? When you're talking about James Franklin going to Virginia Tech, he took the easy path. And I'm not trying to call, before you say, oh, James Franklin, I know what he did at Penn State. I know what James Franklin's capable of as a coach. Of all the coaching vacancies open, he said, I'm staying far away from the motherfucking SEC. Damn sure not going to go to LSU, even if they didn't show interest or not. I don't know if they did. But he didn't even entertain any of those ideas because he knows what comes with those jobs. Virginia Tech is a job that James Franklin will possibly get a chance to sort of breed this team, breed this program. SEC, they expect you to win year 2, bro. They expect you to walk in and start clapping the cheeks off folks. Yeah. Now, when you got like Frank Beamer from South Carolina, those kind of coaches, great coach, man. Just he knows where he's at. I think those are some kind of specifically different scenarios when it comes to schools like that. But the big openings, obviously, we knew that, and you know when all the talk came about James Franklin, yeah, I don't know. I think Franklin took this because he knows that the expectations within the first 3 years are going to be minimal, and they're going to be sort of navigatable, if that's even a word. He'll be able to navigate the expectations when it comes to Virginia Tech as opposed to one of these other bigger schools who have coaching openings, because they ain't gonna let you fuck around for a year. They're gonna expect results, which is, if you ask me, it's kind of fucking ridiculous considering the climate of college football right now with the NIL and stuff. So yeah, James Franklin takes that job. I think great job for him. If I was a coach of his caliber, I might have considered something like that, as opposed to, because man, I'm telling you, man, you've seen it. These big schools don't have patience, bruh. They just don't have it, man. And I think, I mean, shit, Alabama, you saw what happened to them, right? They beat Georgia, which is, I don't think that's as high up on their shit. They want national titles at Alabama, and they hadn't had one in a few years. And the boy just lost this past weekend. Let Oklahoma come into his house and clap the cheeks off his body, right, off of his team. And I think Alabama loses another game and maybe doesn't make the playoff, they might start hollering about that shit in Tuscaloosa. They were already doing it after week one. Then they rip off 8 straight wins or whatever, and they seem to. But something tells me, as you listen to Alabama fans, because I am from Georgia, they are right across the street from your boy. They still ain't sad. They're like, okay, yeah, we beat Georgia, but you're playing with fire, DeBoer. And so losing to Oklahoma again at home, I think the voices are getting loud. They ain't gonna stay. I tell you what, they don't make the playoff, and then they don't make the playoff next season. DeBoer's out of this motherfucker. I mean, yeah. They just don't play in the SEC, man. A lot of teams don't play, period, but they really expect immediate results, which is kind of ridiculous considering, like I just said, the landscape of college football. But there it is. Kiffin denies ultimatum by Ole Miss. Not true. I don't know what let me see this. I ain't heard no ultimatum by Ole Miss. What are you talking about here? Let's see. All the coach. Okay, let's bring this up here. I did not know this. Oh shit, my bad. I had it up. Okay, Ole Miss coach Lane Kiffin denied he was given an ultimatum from the administration to make a decision about his future with the Rebels. Kiffin, who has guided Ole Miss to a 10-win record this season, 10-1 record, is believed to be the top candidate coaching it for Florida or LSU. Those are the two schools I was talking about, again, when it comes to Franklin. Yeah, that's absolutely not true. Kiffin told the Pat, there has been no ultimatum, anything like that at all. So I'm guessing they're saying that, okay, the sources stopped short of calling it, but they added that Carter and others one answer so they could prepare for the postseason. Okay, so they're asking, so basically Ole Miss is asking Lane Kiffin to tell them definitely whether or not, or they say that they gave him, tell us if you're going to stay or not, because if you're not going to stay, we're just going to bounce from it. They want to know before bowl season starts whether or not Lane Kiffin is going to stay. Now, while Lane Kiffin says it's absolutely not true that they asked for an ultimatum, what did I just say about SEC schools? What did I just say about SEC schools? I mean, look, when it comes to LSU, the governor of the state is calling shots when they hire the coach, not even the university. That's how crazy that shit is when it comes to SEC and these coaches thing. So do I believe, if you're asking my personal opinion, even without any facts, if I think that LSU or Ole Miss came up to Lane Kiffin and said, hey, man, we need to know whether you're going to leave or not right now. We don't want to wait till after bowl season. We need to know right now. I think that shit happened, bro. I think that happened, homie. If I'm being quite honest, I think that happened. I mean, I'm just telling you, man. I mean, not to sound like some kind of conspiracy type guy, because you know I hate that kind of shit. But if I'm guessing from my own thoughts and my own knowledge and my own experience as a fan of SEC football, that shit happened. They came at that fool like, don't you better not leave our ass when the season over with. Because, I mean, odds are Ole Miss is not winning the national title when they at the end of the season. They could. Not trying to say they ain't got a chance. They probably will make the playoff. But, yeah, that's crazy. And then one more thing that I haven't looked at yet. Oh, hold up. Shit. Let me get this pulled up here, and then we're going to move some NFL stuff. Some, all right. And one thing we hadn't really looked at thus far when it comes to college football, because there's this kind of wonky. There's too many teams in college football to sort of have something like this. But I will take this. I'll look at it. Let's see. It's the power rankings for college. So you got the Utah Utes at 12. It goes farther back. Let's see how far it goes. Let's see. 20. Okay, so 21, 22. So it goes 20. Okay, 25 Illinois, 24 Iowa Hawkeyes. You got 23 Missouri Tigers at 23 in the power rankings. North Texas Mean Green at 22. You got James Madison Dukes. Oh, this is the first season. This is the first week of the power rankings. Okay. Tennessee Vols, previously ranked in 22. As soon as I say that, sound like an idiot. Virginia Cavaliers, previously ranked in 21. Let's see. Michigan Wolverines, 18. Stay that way. Let's see. Texas Longhorns, previous ranking 11. They're at 17 right now. Vanderbilt Commodores, they're at 16. Previous ranking 14. Let's see. Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, previous ranking 16. They jump a spot. Okay. There you go, Georgia Tech. USC Trojans, previous ranked 17. They're up to 14. Miami Hurricanes, previous ranked 13 or 15. They're up to 13. Utah, 13. You're up to 12. You got BYU, previous ranked 10. Fell a spot. All right. Let's see. Notre Dame Firebird Irish, they were 9. They fell a spot to 10. Alabama Crimson Tide fell 4 spots to number 9. Let's see. Oklahoma Sooners, previous ranking 12. They go up to 8. Beat Alabama. Oregon Ducks, previous ranking 8, go up to 7. Ole Miss Rebels jump a spot from 7 to 6. In the power rankings, Texas Tech Red Raiders jump from 6 to 5. Georgia Bulldogs jump from 5 to 4. Power rankings, and then we got Texas A&M in the power rankings. They dropped 2 spots from 3. Or they were, okay, previous ranking number 3, Indiana Hoosiers at 2. And then number 1, Ohio State Buckeyes, where I'm pretty sure they'll stay like that for the rest of the season, to be quite honest. All right. Let's get it, y'all. Let's move on over to some power rankings when it comes to NFL. Power rankings, November 19th. All right. Let's get this thing popped up. Let's get this up. Power rankings, NFL-wise. Anybody who just jumped on, appreciate you jumping in. Like, subscribe, share the post if you don't mind doing so. If you don't want to do so, that's fine. I appreciate you being here regardless, man. So let's roll, man. Power rankings for the NFL coming up right. Oh, whoa. What is this? My bad. Stuff popping up all over the place, bro. Let's get to it. All right. NFL Power Rankings. Let's go. At number 32, Tennessee Titans. At number 31, the Las Vegas Raiders. At number 30, the New Orleans Saints. At number 29, we got the Cleveland Browns. At number 28, we got the New York Giants. At number 27, or never mind, the New York Jets. The New York Giants are 27. They're back-to-back. That's insane. At number 26, we got the Washington Commanders. At number 25, we got the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, at number 24, we got the Atlanta Falcons coming in, dropping 3 spots. At number 23, we got the Arizona Cardinals. At number 22, the Miami Dolphins go up 2 spots. They continue to do some things, and the teams before they've lost. All right, the Minnesota Vikings fall to number 21. The Dallas Cowboys jump 3 spots to number 20. The Carolina Panthers at number 19. The Houston Texans fall a spot to number 18. At number 17, you got the Los Angeles Chargers, who continue to slide. Some bad games. If V was here, he'd be on them hardcore. They dropped 6 spots. All right, the Jacksonville Jaguars up 2 spots to number 16. We go to number 15. You got the Kansas City Chiefs dropping 8 spots as they go 5-5. The Chicago Bears up 2 more spots to number 14. They continue to do work. The Baltimore Ravens continue to do work despite what happened earlier this season. They're making their way back. Number 13, up 2 spots. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have lost a couple games recently. Patriots, Bills, both AFC East opponents. They got a Panthers game this week. I'm going to tell y'all something. Hold on, they don't play the Panthers. Who they play? We'll look at it in a second. They play the Rams. Tampa Bay Buccaneers play the Rams this weekend, y'all. Big game as they continue to slide. The Pittsburgh Steelers up 3 spots to number 11. The San Francisco 49ers rise 3 spots to number 10. Good game the other day. Green Bay Packers go 3 spots to number 9. My boys, I think that's right where they deserve to be. At Detroit Lions fall 3 spots to number 8. Obviously lost a game against the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday Night Football. The Buffalo Bills rise 2 spots to number 7. The New England Patriots stay pat at number 6. Denver Broncos, this is why the New England Patriots, despite winning a game against the Buccaneers on Thursday night, this is why. Denver Broncos up 3 spots. They beat Kansas City there at number 5. The Seattle Seahawks dropped 3 spots. I know they were number 1. I have a problem seeing New England outside of the top 5, and then they lost. I don't care where they were last week. They lost. All right, the Philadelphia Eagles up a spot, and they only lost by 2 points to the Rams. I got it, but still. Philadelphia Eagles go up a spot number 3. They continue to clap, man. The Eagles have beat the Rams. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs. They beat the Green Bay Packers. They beat the Detroit Lions. I think they might need to be a little bit, I don't care about, they might need to be a little bit more. The talent, the teams that they've clapped on their schedule, the Eagles, Indianapolis Colts up a spot to number 2, didn't even play. Los Angeles Rams up a spot to number 1. Agree with that 1,000%. Considering I think the Eagles should be higher. I think the Eagles should be 2. The Eagles' body of work is absolutely incredible this season. And, with the Cowboys' nice offense that they have, if they clap them up this weekend, I think that they should be there again. So let's move off the power rankings. All right, it's time for game picks, y'all. It is time 1,000% for game picks. Week 12 game picks. Let's get it, man. So obviously, I got the bag here with the helmets in it. If y'all don't remember football helmets, if y'all are new to the show, we pick helmets for game picks. One for me, one for the boy, the homie NR, who is not here tonight. And we have to pick that team no matter what. So again, I'll shake it. Shout out to Under Armour. They didn't give me. I got this bag from Under Armour store. It's just a nice, durable bag that you can shake helmets in for season after season, and it lasts. So that's why I got. All right. Anyway, all right. So here we go. I'm gonna pick my helmet first. I got the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? The Steelers helmet. That's mine. All right. All right. And this is B's helmet. Let's see. Let's get him a good one. Get him a good one. Get him a good one. The Chicago Bears. All right. Chicago Bears. So I got the Steelers. B got the Chicago Bears. And let me get this pulled up here. Let me get this thing pulled up. All right, here we go. Let me go week 12. All right, anyway, let's get this thing up here. All right, let me see how well y'all can see that. Let's see. All right, so obviously, what I pulled? The Steelers. Oh man, Steelers. Oh, he got the Bears. We got a matchup. That's crazy. That's crazy. I think that's the first time that's happened this season, at least, when it comes to instant replay. And he got the Bears, man. The Bears, okay, with the helmet pick. All right, okay. So Bears, that's our helmet picks, man. It's the first time this season that we've had them go against each other. All right, so here we go. First game, Thursday Night Football, Bills Texans. Give me the Bills. All right. Again, like I said, I'll get B's picks later, and I'll add them in afterwards. Colts Chiefs. Bro, I got a crazy feeling. Give me the Chiefs, bro. Give me just a second. All right, y'all. Apologies. My nose is always running. All right. So Seahawks, Titans. Give me them Seahawks. Let's see. Vikings, Packers. You already know. Let's see. Jets, Ravens. Give me the Ravens. The Ravens is making that playoff push. Give me them. Giants, Lions. Give me the Lions. They be rolling. Again, Steelers. That was my helmet pick. Damn, I can't believe we got helmet pick of the same game. That's crazy. All right, Patriots, Bengals. Give me the Patriots. Let's see, Browns, Raiders. Shador's first start, man. This is a rough one. I don't know. Hey, give me the Raiders, man. No, you know what? Give me the Browns. It's Shador's first start. Hell, even V been rooting for Shador all season. I'm sure V would at the same time be like, yeah, man, he gonna go for the Raiders, but obviously I got him. Jags, Cardinals, man. I think the Cardinals still got a lot of damn injuries. Give me the Jags, bro. Eagles, Cowboys. Give me the Eagles, man. Give me the Eagles only because it's the Eagles. However, I will say this, and I'll pull this back down for just a second to say this shit right here. Cowboys might go on a run, bro. You know, rest in peace. They had a teammate that sort of passed tragically a few weeks ago, and I think they might be playing some inspired football. I don't know what it's going to end up being like, but I think they're going. I'm picking the Eagles only because the Eagles have been on a tear right now. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm taking the Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys. Now that I think about the Eagles being on that tear, give me the fucking Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys. I'm not going to say a generational run, but I mean, the Eagles have beat some good teams this season. That's why this one, they beat the Cowboys the first time. I think this one going to be a bit different. It's in Dallas. It's in Dallas. The first one remember the first one was in Philly. I got it. It was week 1, but the game wasn't that big. I can't remember what the Eagles win. 23-20 or some shit like that. It was close. Hey, man, give me the Falcons. I'm going to take the Falcons with Kirk Cousins, man. Hey, shouts out. I know I didn't mention it really. Michael Penix Jr., the quarterback of the Falcons, out for the season. He has a partially torn ACL, which I'm sure they probably treat that just like a fully torn ACL. Because what you going to do? I mean, he can't have juke or so he's out for the season. And, all right, y'all. I hate to see it, of course, when it comes to Penix. And I think the Falcons, I think their season, let's see if I think they're going to win against the Saints because they always, Saints is a division rival. I think they're going to put up. But I think the Falcons season, man, it's going to be a pretty tough sledding for the rest of the way. But I do think they're going to win this game. Bucks, Rams, y'all. Woo! Now, I tell you what, as high as I've been on the Bucks this season and last season, the Bucks are a good football team. Baker Mayfield and the company, they've been struggling a bit as of late. Like they've lost a few games in a row. Do I think they bounce back against the Rams? No. The Rams are playing with a full deck of the Rams. And Andre, if you're watching, I apologize, bro. You know what, though? I don't know if I should do this. The Panthers have been playing some really good football. As a matter of fact, they could contend for that division. As a matter of fact, I think if the Bucks lose this game against the Rams and the Panthers win, the Panthers might be sort of in first, like in the mix for the NFC South. But the Panthers have clapped some teams' cheeks, and then other teams they ain't been able to hang with at all. And with that being said, I'm going to go 49ers. They're at home. Watch that come back to bite me in my ass. So anyway, teams on the bye this week are the Broncos, Chargers, Dolphins, Commanders. And so there's my picks, y'all. There's the picks. That's what I got going on for week 12. Let me make sure there's no more news out here that I'm missing before I bounce, man. Aaron Rodgers said he's going to plan to do Richmond more safety issue than pain tolerance. So Aaron Rodgers, as you know, he did have a fracture in his wrist when he got hit the other day for the Steelers. He is going to try to play this weekend. They haven't ruled him out. They haven't said is he going to play or not. And again, like I mentioned when I was going over the game picks, Shedeur Sanders will make his first career NFL start for the Cleveland Browns this Sunday against the Raiders. Okay? This Sunday against the Raiders. Playoff picture deep dive in the conference. I think V, and I know if he was here, he'd be like, yo, he's been wanting Shedeur Sanders to get his chance all season long. And he finally does, and look who it's against. I'm sure he's like, I don't know. He might not shake his head and discuss, because if you heard V on the show last night, he did give some thoughts on his Raiders, man. So yeah, the Baker Mayfield Egbuka $6 limited with an illness, man. Yeah, I got to go Rams on that one. Their locker room is just pretty much hurting right now. So, but anyway, anybody who tuned into the show, I appreciate you, man. I do appreciate you. I know I keep scheduling these shows for 10 o'clock and going a little bit early. When I have the opportunity to jump on and go, I just go, because I do have a really, really tight schedule. So, but anybody who tunes in, I appreciate it. Everybody who's tuned in the last few days, last few weeks, this season, I appreciate it, man. I love you guys. Keep tuning in. Like, subscribe, share it. There's a Discord link in the bottom of this video if you're watching on YouTube that you can go and sort of join our Discord and join our conversation of just talking shit about football. And yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. You guys have a great rest of your evening. Enjoy the games this weekend. And like I said, Sunday, 12 noon, me and V will be back for the Instant Replay Sunday pregame show where we'll sort of give our final thoughts, go over like the inactives and things of that nature, any final news before the week goes. And we'll have our game picks already in by then. But anyway, you guys enjoy it. Oh, shit. What is that? Oh, take it easy. Peace out.